The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. Caution. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shea's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shea's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shea's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. TGIF, and welcome to Shea's Shit Show. Welcome. Shea's Paranormal Chat, as always. It's one of those days, but as always, we have the beautiful Kelly McCarville with us, and
I don't know about always. You say that, and I feel like I'm failing on that word, a lot.
It's like sometimes it's where in the world is Kelly McCarville today, and some people are like, Kelly who? Not mentioning any names, Kim.
Kelly's sitting in front of her computer, having a drink, and talking to you lovely ladies tonight, so.
Oh my gosh.
I got home literally 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, same here. Maybe 10 minutes.
Of course, I'm sorry, guys. We have the awesome REP Paranormal Busters, two of them anyways. We have Kim Purvis and Allison Robinson. How you guys
Hello,
doing?
everybody. We're
Great.
doing pretty good. Like you said, you just got home. I just got home. I was scarfing down a chicken breast as I was running over to Kim's house. So, no
wonder the dog liked you.
Yeah.
Thank God we are all hosts of this network, or else tonight would not have started so smoothly. And as you can see, it didn't start so smoothly because my daughter's standing in front of me texting me.
Nice.
I knew I should have got beer for this show. I said it and everything.
I had two before I pre-gamed. I pre-gamed tonight.
I need pre-something. I don't know what, man.
Oh, wait. This is that type of show.
Yeah.
You never know with us four, man. Kelly wasn't even supposed to be on this show, but she's like, I can fit it in. It's you guys. You guys are awesome. Of course you wanted to be here.
Well, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Somebody had to come and babysit the three of you. I'm not sure who's watching me, but somebody had to come and watch that.
There's been a couple shows where they were like, now we know why Kelly's there. It's to keep Shea in line.
Oh, it is so hot.
Yeah. I keep track of her schedule, and she keeps me in line on air to a certain point. She lets me go so far, and then she's like, okay, enough. Come back.
She does keep track of my schedule, though. It's a beautiful thing. Shane, where the hell am I?
I can't keep track of my own schedule, but, So I'm going to do some shout-outs because Kelly's here, so she gets to do the end ones.
Okay.
Back to the regular schedule. Of course, we have Mama Pat in the chat, who is used to babysitting Kelly. Yes. I feel you, Mama. I feel you. And we have, of course, Darren. We have Miss Cynthia, Kelly. We have, I think, Kim, Matt. I think I saw.
I was in there somewhere. I probably got booted again.
Allison, no, you're there.
Okay, good.
Really quick because I probably missed somebody. If I missed anybody, sorry, guys. How many babysitters does Kelly need? That's the new game.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a number. We're gonna have to borrow somebody's toes to count that high.
Right? Jeez.
Oh my
I have like
gosh.
text messages. I have Messenger going crazy. I'll answer you guys all in an hour. If you're not listening to the show, sucks to be you. So.
Oh man. Darren's already starting off with a question, wanting to know what is your drink of choice during an investigation.
Water.
Water.
We have to
Usually-
behave during investigations.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. It's water or Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Sometimes a B8 Energy. I like B8 Energy, black cherry. That's just the bomb.
I do coffee
Not
for
good.
the ride, and then I usually switch to water, and I bring a Pepsi with me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do sometimes have to break out the caffeine to get through the night. This is
Right.
true.
Yep.
But by the time I
Absolutely.
get to an investigation, even if it's a morning one, I've already had 6 pots of coffee, which means I pee
Oh,
every 20
good
minutes.
God.
We have to leave 30 minutes early just so I can stop twice to pee on the way to an investigation. How do you
Between
guys
that,
think I get everything done? 8, 9, 10
There's
pots of
got to
coffee
be
a
something
day.
keeping her going.
Yeah.
let's see, we spend more money on batteries and cases of water.
Yeah.
Because we take a case of water with us every time we go.
Yeah, see? You have to stay hydrated, though.
Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, you really do. All right, I'm just catching up here in chat. Who's sending me the messages? Who's sending me the questions tonight, man? Oh, wait, we have 4 hosts. We have 4 hosts. We can all keep track, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll try our best. You know me with mine because half the times mine's not even accurate.
Cynthia did a thing today.
I'm kind of slow.
Huh?
Cynthia says she did a thing today.
I'd like to do a thing today.
I would like to do anything today.
What are we talking about here?
I'm not sure. Good thing my shows are explicit, huh? We knew this was going to be trouble, though.
That's all right. That's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
We might get serious at some point. My new hashtag for my show is the fun show.
There we go.
Because,
That sounds
you know,
good.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
Darren says I'm on dial-up.
Yeah, he said that last night, too.
Oh, good Lord. I must have missed that one.
He did ask a question.
Oh, did I miss it?
Oh, yeah, another one. What board games do you play during an investigation? Typically we don't play any.
Yeah, we do. What? At Farrar, we play Life because it's in the
Oh,
library.
yeah, that's right. We do play Life in the library. That's one of my favorite games.
I've
When
never
I-
played a game during
Oh, my-
investigation. Oh, we do, like, no board games, but we've done, like, Simon Says and stuff like that to try to get interaction, but no board games.
I've done checkers and Red Rover and
Tag, hide and
Cards.
seek.
hide and seek, Duck Duck Goose. Those aren't all necessarily board games.
Duck,
I,
duck, do.
I stray from the question, but it was a loosely open question, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Kelly didn't hear what I said. I could just tell.
What did you say?
Duck, duck, douche.
Ew, that's an entirely different, disgusting game. Ew. Can you imagine that? You stand up and all of a sudden, whoosh, like...
No, I mean, like everybody ducks but the douchebag. You hit them extra hard. Everybody sit in a circle. The one you don't like, it's duck, duck, boom. Yeah. There you go.
The visuals on this are getting really bad.
I know, they're bad. Oh
My
my gosh.
ratings are gonna like totally sink, but I don't care.
Who thought it was a good idea to have all four of us on here?
Me.
I
and
know, right? It's
still-
gonna be amazing. Too bad Shea won't be here next weekend.
We need Shea here at Ames next weekend.
I know. That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
I think my daughter's telling me to be quiet.
Get on the show with us. Come on.
Yeah.
We're being a party pooper. We'll corrupt that poor girl. She's 18. It's time.
Cynthia wants to know how to play Red Rover with one person.
I told her I did, and there was more than one person. I don't go anywhere alone. I walk into things.
Or things come at you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, Roland has a question here. Have you ever had mischief with a spirit towards another, like tug at hair, whisper naughty things, touch parts?
I got slapped in the ass once.
I do remember you talking about that. And did you catch,
I think it's the SK Pierce Mansion, I think it was. I'm not positive, but yeah, it was like it was a slap. I was like, whoa. And, yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah,
really
I've totally been fondled by a spirit. Yeah. I was down at the Mason House Inn in Bentonsport, Iowa, and I was in room 5, and I was laying on the big bed in that room. And I'm a busty girl for anybody who hasn't seen me. And I was laying flat, and I laid my cell phone on one of my boobs, and I had laid my recorder, I think it was, on the other boob. And I'm laying there, and all of a sudden I felt my cell phone slide off me down the side and land on the bed next to me, I thought. And so I'm like, oh, I'll get it in a sec. So I started reaching for my cell phone, trying to find it, and I couldn't find it where it landed on the bed. And so I finally turned my body to find where the cell phone was and felt the cell phone slide off my boob. So whatever it was that had gone from the center of my chest clear across my boob down my side was not my cell phone.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think I've really been fondled, but I've had my hair tugged, I've been tapped on the shoulder, my pant legs tugged and stuff like that, but I haven't been fondled yet, so that'll be something different if it happens.
I've had my sleeping bag taken off of me at night.
Yeah, you
Other than
have.
that.
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, maybe I should go back and ask him to fondle me. I'm just. All right, I said that out loud. Sometimes I forget we're on air and like people are really listening to us. This is going to be a bad show.
There's people listening to us?
We pretend there's people other than our friends in the chat. We pretend there's actual other people listening, but we do it all for those people in chat.
Oh, yeah. They'll never look at me the same again.
Yeah.
Roland says, do you ever worry a spirit will follow you home and creepy spy on you? The only thing that's ever followed me home is Rosie from Malvern Manor. And she changed me into a raging bitch for like a week.
Yeah, you were. We didn't want to be around you.
Yep. She did that a couple times until she left. So, I mean, that's about it. I don't really worry about it too much, I guess.
We had a hitchhiker once. Other than that, we've never had anything follow us home. Once we opened the car door, though, the thing took off. Hi, Peggy.
She's trapped in the car.
Peggy joined us just in the nick of time. We are being naughty tonight. And loving every minute of it.
We're going to win points with Peggy.
Yes. Yeah, other than that, I've never been followed home. I've been here over 2 years. I've never had any activity in this house. And I am good with that. Is there a habeas corpus on spirits that found Lewis? What the hell?
Is there a what?
No.
Roland, small words. We've been drinking.
Is there
Yeah, we don't know.
habeas corpus on spirits that found Lewis in, it's moving so quick, inappropriately?
What to who?
I don't know.
Has he been drinking too?
What are you reading?
I'll answer Mama Pat's in 1 second.
I love her question.
I still have no idea what Roland fondled.
I know.
Is there a habeas corpus on spirits that found Lou S. in
I'm the only one that hasn't been drinking today.
What the fuck are you thinking, Roland?
He said fondled.
He meant fondled.
Oh.
Something like that. I don't know.
All right, I gotta go look up habeas corpus. I should know what that is.
All right, I'll answer Mama Pat's question. The chat is moving so quick, guys. Did your hitchhiker pop out of the car door like you did at Gettysburg? You mean my ass popping out that door? If it wasn't for Nicole grabbing me 3 or 4 times, oh good, Cynthia and Kim are sober too. It's like once you touch that handle, my ass was so compressed that you hit the handle and boom, that door opened and
It was like a can of snakes. Yo, opened the door and it was poof, they went everywhere.
No exaggeration.
There were paranormal investigators everywhere.
Peggy is Paranormal Buzz in the chat for anybody. She's sober too.
Darren has a question. If you come across a full body apparition, who would you want it to be, and what would you say?
I personally would not want it to be anybody. I do not wish to see anybody, deal with anybody that I know that's passed on. So, you guys answer.
That's a tough one. I don't really know. I don't.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't.
Even like a celebrity or something like that. I don't wish for anybody to be stuck here.
Right. Exactly.
Some of them aren't stuck here, but so I take every situation and say sometimes I'm appropriate. Usually in investigations I'm a little bit more appropriate, but
I don't know that I'd want it to be anybody in particular, but whoever it is, I mean, I just want to sit them down and say, and I've done this, but I want to be able to sit them down and just say, answer my questions, you know? Just, here's my questions.
How do you guys start? How do you guys start? Because we're always like, hey, I'm Shea, Nicole. My mother always says, I'm Mom. Whoever's with us, you know. She never says her name. She always says, hi, I'm Mom. Nice to meet you. And how you doing today? What you know? We talk. That's how we start off things. How about you guys?
Well, we usually do when we first walk in the door. We all say hello, everybody. We're here, and we give them our names and stuff. And then a lot of times when we go to a room, we just go and sit for probably 10 minutes just to. Then we'll go into. Hi, my name's Allison, and everything like that, but...
Yeah. Sometimes we just sit there to kind of get the feel, and sometimes we just have normal conversation to see if they'll, pop in to see, hey, we're here, are you ignoring us, or what? So sometimes we get more...
Just talking back between
when we're
us.
just talking back and forth than just sitting there asking questions, so...
Yep. Sometimes when we're goofing around, we get the most. Sorry, Cal, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was going to say, I think that's really the best thing to do is just have those conversations and let them be a part of that conversation. If I was going to walk in a room and sit down with the 3 of you gorgeous ladies, well, how would I start my conversation? I'd say, hey, I'm Kelly. Who are you guys? What are you doing here? Right. So why would you treat them any different just because they don't have flesh surrounding them?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Habeas corpus. Just to answer a question, because this is how slow I'm going. Habeas corpus, a right requiring a person under arrest to be brought before a judge or into court, especially to secure the person's release unless lawful grounds are shown for their detention. So, no, I did not send a ghost to jail. That just seems rude.
Do not pass. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
Do not collect 200. That's right.
We couldn't even send a ghost to jail at the squirrel cage.
Oh,
we didn't get nothing.
No. The only thing I got was the name. Like, I was up in the apartment, and we had the necrophonics going, and I had a name pop into my head. It was like spelling it out, like Noel. So I just asked, because I had no idea where this name was coming from. later we went downstairs and we were reading some of the articles about the men who had murdered people and were hung. Well, one of them's middle name was Noel or Noel or however you say it, was Noel. So that was kind of interesting. But other than that, no. We have never sent a ghost to jail.
No.
We couldn't even catch one in a jail.
We couldn't even catch him in solitary confinement.
No.
I was standing in there and nothing.
Yeah, there was
That
nothing.
solitary confinement had to be brutal. I mean, it was so
tiny.
It
is tiny.
And I get that people were smaller back then, but it's not much taller than I am, and I'm not exactly tall. So if you had somebody tall, that had to be brutal.
Well, jail was different back then. It wasn't, you didn't have.
You mean it was actually punishment?
Yeah, you didn't have cable and Twinkies and. I'm not saying which I agree with, but I think somewhere in between, if you're gonna, somewhere between today's and yesterday's, there's got to be something better than, because I've seen some of these solitary, and they're not humane. Even, I am trying to keep up with chat, guys, but I'm also trying.
I'm not. Do you want me to help? I'm actually here. I should probably help on occasion, huh?
Roland says, "Can a spirit be stinky? And have you ever run into one?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gracie. Smell.
Gracie.
Yeah, mouth burn, rotten crotch.
Oh, jeez.
It's terrible. You can tell when she's around. I mean, it's stanky. Like, somebody needs to clean that. It's terrible.
I forget what I gotta say. It was probably not appropriate.
Wolf asked a question, too. He said, how do you choose investigation locations?
Yes, that's where I'm at. Thank you. I think I touched on this last night. For me, it is, I'm watching my dog. She's going to fall off the couch.
Can you turn your camera so we can watch?
It's between the distance, the claims, the money, the time of year, because different seasons you want to do different places. We do a lot of outside stuff in the summertime, so there's so many, but claims and stuff like that go into it. I love doing the urban legends, the fantastic lores of places and stuff like that. So, you guys?
A lot of ours is the money, and if we can get in, we got to take what we can get into.
Yes. Time.
Like Edinburgh, it took us 2 years to get in there.
Wow.
Because we could never get in there.
Do you have to pay ahead of time, or do you pay when it gets closer?
Edinburgh, they let you pay that night.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to put a deposit down or nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been pretty good about it. I think it helps if they kind of know who you are, though, too. I want to say that they've maybe started changing that a little bit, but I don't know 100%.
Yeah, they should at least do a deposit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Cindy told us they do with people that they haven't had there before to trust. But since we've been there several times, she says to do it that night. For us, anyway.
Yeah, but they probably know who you guys are.
Oh, yeah. We email Cindy a lot, so.
Yeah. I'm trying to catch up. Keep talking.
So we answered the investigation location. I go where I'm invited for the most part. It seems like
I go where it's free.
Well, I offer to pay and or I pay for the most part, but a lot of my investigation lately have just been where I've been invited out to. But there was a question on what's our food of choice during an investigation.
I don't eat during investigations. We usually take a lunch break or dinner break if we're going to be there all day, all night. But I don't really.
I got to have my Hershey miniatures and my animal crackers.
That sounds like a yummy combo.
Yeah.
I bring a veggie tray a lot.
See, you quit being healthy. What the hell's wrong with you?
I eat other crap. I bring chips and stuff like that. Last time I brought Chex Mix and Gardettos. I didn't bring
We used to bring Twizzlers, but we couldn't eat no more Twizzlers.
Yeah, we got kind of burned out on that. So yeah, no.
Mine are the gummy bears, and I can't think of the name of them, but they start with an A, the brand. They're yummy.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name quite offhand either. But I know which ones you're talking about. Do they come in the white package?
Yes, they come in the white bag. And there is one of the manufacturing plants that you can stop at, and I still haven't done it, like on your way to Indiana, because I passed it last weekend. And I really wish to stop and bought like lots, but I didn't.
Oh my gosh, I love gummy bears and gummy worms.
You know what's good with gummy bears?
Vodka.
What's that?
Yes, soaking vodka overnight.
This is a true story.
It is.
It's may or may not have tried that before.
I have. Bachelorette party.
We used to do that for softball.
I don't like vodka, though.
What? How can you not like vodka? There's no taste. I mean, there's a taste, but there's not a taste.
I'm a Jose girl. Actually, who am I kidding? I'll do a shot of anything.
That's my girl.
I don't like Kahlua or anything with cream, but any straight
I don't
alcohol.
So, cream is not supposed to be in alcohol. That's just wrong.
I don't like those. I don't like milk, and they remind me of milk.
My Southern Comfort.
Southern Comfort. Yeah.
I used to be really close. We broke up.
Dr. McKillicuddy's cherry, and you put it in Pepsi. Oh my gosh, Kim and I used to do that while we carved pumpkins.
You guys carve pumpkins. We're going to drink our Pepsi.
I like Jose, but SoCo and I, like I said, we used to be tight. We broke up, so I had to move on. You know.
I was introduced to when I was in. Where was I? Zilcon. A drink, a set of shots called the Three Wise Men. The Three Wise Men.
Yeah, what's in that?
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if I messaged on Snapchat or my other one. I don't think I'm going to know. It's like Jose.
Yeah.
Jose, Jim Beam, and something. They all start with J, I want to say.
I can't remember that.
There's Johnny, Jim, Jose, but they're all different types of liquor. I was only half listening, to be honest.
I'd be willing to bet I can Google this shit.
All right, you Google. I'm gonna ask the next question I see. First, I want to say thank you, Mama Pat, for sending those questions along that we missed. So Roland has another question, and I am
Jack, Jim, and Jose.
I just said
Jim, and Jose.
I just said that.
Did you? Sorry.
And it's also Johnny Walker, but that's different.
There is one that says Johnny Walker. Yeah.
Yeah. Roland's question. I'm eager to answer this myself. What was the most crotchety? Is that a word? Am I saying it right?
Crotchety is totally a word.
All right. Crotchety spirit you've ever communicated with. Do they tend to be vulgar, and how do you keep them in place?
Oh.
Want me to go while you guys are thinking?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because most of you guys, the three of you, I think, have seen my video at Medfield State, and we had that nasty, nasty spirit coming over the spirit box, and it's all on video. Well, not all, but what I'm about to say is on video. And it was saying bitch, slut, whore. I mean, you name it. But
I've been called a bitch so many times.
C-U-N-T.
Yeah, same here.
But I was bent over, and it kept saying... I had thrown my back out, so I was leaning on the stairs, like...
How'd you throw your back out?
Yeah. and it went from saying whore to slut, and I said, did you just call me a slut? And it said, no, sexy. Yeah, so... Night, Peggy. Thank you for coming by.
Allison gets called the whore and bitch, and more than any of us.
Well, Jill gets a lot too.
Yeah, Jill, I guess, does too.
Jill gets called a whore or a slut all the time. Every investigation.
They just want to throw me
Oh,
in the
that
car.
was me. Hold on. They're all saying goodnight to Peggy. Sorry. That was me that said thank you to everybody, not Peggy. We're both on the bus.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry. I'm saying goodnight to her, then I realized it was me that was I'm answering myself. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they just want to throw me in the coffin. I don't get called.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Wolf's question is actually really good. He says, have you ever done an investigation that left you torn due to knowing that the activity is going to get worse?
I think anytime there's a chance of that. Now we all get serious, yeah.
I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I think mine was Malvern Manor with the Shadow Man, because I got him calmed down and I got him so he trusted me that first time. But as soon as I left that hallway, he started getting mad at me. And he was kind of yelling at me throughout the building, Kelly, come back, Kelly. And when it was time for me to leave, he was getting really mad, you know, and I was worried that it was going to make it worse, because he finally got to where he somewhat trusted me and started talking to me, and now I was going to leave him to everybody else who's, you know, walking down that hallway. What do you want? What are you doing? You think you're big and bad, you know? And I'm like, this could get really bad. I don't think it did, thank God, but...
But there's always a chance of that with anything we do, and that's why I'm against provoking, because I think if you provoke, there's a bigger chance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. First, I want to say hello to Stephanie and Rebecca, and if this is your first time listening to the show, I'm very sorry, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Stephanie is a really good friend of mine, so she's totally prepared for this.
I just realized...
She's our guest next week, so hey!
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, is it a different Stephanie?
I knew I recognized
No, Rebecca. Rebecca is our guest next week.
I recognized the photo because of the banner. I realized I put the pants on from Tuesday night that I was wearing at the investigation. So I just put my hand in my pocket.
Yeah.
And I have a handful of cigarette butts.
Oh, nice.
Because I don't throw them on the ground, so I put them out and put them in my pocket. So
you do the same thing I do.
Yeah.
If there's no ashtray, it goes in my pocket.
Yeah, that's.
Darren had a question.
Did I miss it? I'm trying to keep up. There's a.
He says, "What separates your team from others?"
I have no idea. I don't know. Good question.
That's a hard one because you don't want to throw anybody under the bus or say you don't want to say you're better than anybody else, but
right.
I'll admit we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, we're not better. I mean, we try to do the best we can.
We're just out doing our own thing.
The thing that makes us different is we're actually sisters. You know, that's hence the name Sis Paranormal. But we're not better than anybody else. We don't do better than anybody else because everybody's just learning, and it's all kind of as you go. I think, as long as you treat the spirits with respect, you treat the property with respect. You know, my puppy. That's my dog, Ryan.
I don't have a team, so I don't know if I have to answer this question. It's just me, myself, and I. And if I have trouble with my teammates, I just smack a bitch down. It's all good.
Hey, we need her on our team. Smack it down.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think we're any different from other teams. We're all going out for the same thing. It's just we might investigate something differently than they do.
Right.
But we're all out for the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's the whole thing. As long as you're respectful and
yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I said that out loud.
I got my sandals.
Yeah,
I
just
couldn't
as long as
resist.
people are treating people with respect and not lying about stuff they catch or don't catch, then I don't think anybody's better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I
think everybody has their own individual way of doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
who are we to say I like the way we do things, but who am I to say my way is right and yours is wrong? Other than the respect thing, you know.
Yeah.
Cal-
That's why I liked when we went with other teams, because we got to see how they investigate, and we showed them how we investigate, and then combined it together. I thought we were learning quite a bit from each other.
Right. Yep.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Be right back, guys.
Okay.
So we had other questions here. Okay. Have you ever had a child spirit follow you around on an investigation? And have they ever been annoying? And have they ever messed up an investigation? And do you discipline them? That was a lot of questions all in one question, Mr. Rowland.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's making my brain hurt. No, I haven't. I don't think I've really had a child follow me around. And I haven't disciplined any either, so no, I haven't.
The only child I think had around me was at Velisca when I got scratched, but it was real low enough. I think they were trying to get my attention. But other than that, I've never had to discipline them or felt like they were following me around and annoying me.
Right, yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't had a child yet, so we'll see.
The kids are drawn to me, so that's definitely a little different for me. I don't know that they've ever really annoyed me, though, or that I've had to discipline them. You know, a lot of times they just want to, I think it's because it's that mom figure type thing that they're kind of drawn to me, but, yeah, I don't know that I've ever felt like they messed anything up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, two little boys at Farrar, they like to follow us a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. There are two little boys at Farrar. They followed us at our first investigation. There was a Nick, and I can't remember I think it was Chris.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of them was kind of a little prankster.
He was a little prankster, but we didn't discipline him or nothing. We were having fun with him.
Oh yeah, we were having lots of fun with them. They turn on our candles and everything. It was a fun time. But other than that, no. That's the only time I think so. Which I'm surprised. I mean,
yeah.
Usually kids are pretty drawn to me, but I have never had like a spirit child yet come follow me on anything. So
Rebecca's asking, is there a place that we can't wait to investigate again?
Well, I always like going back to Malvern. I always get a lot there, and it's always something different, especially with the doll.
Speaking of dolls.
No. You keep that doll hidden. It is not coming out.
You be nice to me.
You're right there.
Yeah. I wish I could show you. Maybe I can.
Yes, you can.
Let's see if I can take this camera. Maybe you guys can. Can you see those dolls over there?
Yeah, those don't look like clowns, though, so that's a little better. But dolls are creepy. Dolls are I don't know what it is about dolls, but it's creepy.
Well, she has one that she brought out, and it just literally gave me vibes. I'm like, put that thing away. It is not right. Put it away.
It's right over there.
Oh, put it away. I don't want to see it. I usually don't bother me.
I'm excited to get back into Cambry House and actually do an investigation. I've been out there once just to do a walkthrough, and then was out there for when there was other people that we were kind of leading the investigation. But I'm excited to get out there and actually do just a more solitary investigation because
list for next year.
Yeah, that's on our list. We want to go there too.
Yeah,
it's a cool place. It is definitely a cool place. And just not just the house, guys. Make sure you get outside to the grounds as well. Super, super cool location. So I think we're going back in November. So I'm excited.
Cool. A place I like to go back is Melbourne.
Yeah.
I love that place.
I do too.
Love Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
I just love telling Josh what we found and watch his jaw hit the ground.
I know.
Right.
His expressions are just great.
His reactions are the best.
I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
that's pretty crazy.
Wolf is asking, has the team gone anywhere that ended up being creepier than any of the history reports?
Oh, I don't think so. Not for us, anyways.
Not for us, anyway, no.
Uh-uh.
But other people, you sit and listen to them after we've been in there. It got creepy for them, but it didn't get creepy for us.
Uh-uh.
But no, I don't think of any of them have.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know necessarily that I can think of anything either, so. Honestly, I would say, if anything, there's places that are, like, super hyped up, and so I'd go there and I expect it to be really active or really intense, and it's like, well, this is kind of boring.
Uh-huh. Yep. Been there, done that. Yep.
It's like we've never been to the squirrel cage, and she goes, "Do you want to know where they've had the, hauntings, or do you just want to know the history?" And we said, we just want to know the history. We don't want to get it in our heads, okay, this is the room we need to be in, and nothing happened, and stuff. So
yeah,
we told her we just wanted the history of the place, nothing else.
Right, definitely. All right, I'm just going through the questions as they come in. So question. If a situation arises that an exorcism is needed, do you think you could do one? Wow.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'd need to practice that stuff. I would need to, study
I'd have to call somebody that knows more about that stuff than I would.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if we ever got into a situation where we truly thought that an exorcism was needed, that's way above my pay scale.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mine too. Nope.
Yeah. Eglatin, or however you say her name, from Cambry. We don't know how to say her name. Depends on the pronunciation and if it's French or English or whatever. But she was fun. She loved playing with our stuff that we had. So, oh God, hypothetical from Roland. This could be good.
Oh shit! Here we go.
If he puts hypothetical in it, that means we're getting deep here. All right, hypothetical. If you communicated with a spirit and found out they were either murdered, molested, raped, or violated, and they tell you who did it, are you obligated to give that information to the police?
What?
If you communicated with a spirit and found out that they were either murdered, molested, raped, or violated, and they told you who did it, are you obligated to give that information to the police?
I'm not a psychic, but if I get anything over data, no, I'm not obligated, because number one, we don't actually know where the information is coming from. Number two, we could miss... Hey, I'm back, by the way. We could misunderstand what is being said.
And majority of the time, the police won't believe you anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Right, and I think that's going to be the bigger thing, I had that. I was just telling this story. Who was I telling this story to? God, I don't even remember. But I had that the very first time that I went out, and I was going to be, doing public readings for people, out in the public, strangers, all that fun stuff. I had this little old lady who came and sat down in front of me, and she told me she was going to kill her husband.
Oh, and this was on, that you were telling Tim.
Was that Wednesday?
Show. Yes.
Was it Wednesday on the show? I couldn't remember if it was during show or after, or what the case may be.
I think it was during. I was on after, too, so now I don't know.
But it's I didn't know what to do with that information because, like you said, they're not going to believe you anyway. So if I called the cops and said, "Hi, I'm a psychic, and this old lady's going to kill her husband," yeah, I don't know her name. No, I don't know where they live, but please do something about it.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be strapping you up and putting you in the loony bin.
Exactly.
Or the person will die, and then they'll come back and say, "You must have did it."
Did it? Oh, yeah, that's another. That's true, too. That's true.
So, did I miss anything? The show is still running when I came back in, so it looks like.
Yep, you're fine. It's smooth
We're doing
sailing.
good.
We do have another question.
From Wolf?
From Wolf, yep. Do you believe it's not always the house that is haunted? Maybe sometimes it's the person? I do believe that because my cousin, no matter where she goes, she has something, and it's always attached to her.
Yeah, an attachment, that wouldn't be the house, that would be, well, I mean, it can, but I mean, if the person has an attachment, that's not the house, that's the person.
Person, yep. She's always got something with her. It's always the same person.
Yep.
I think people can be drawn, I mean, spirits can be drawn to certain people, so yeah, absolutely. I think I don't know that I would say that that's necessarily that the person's haunted, although people can absolutely make that happen. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, both. Yep.
Yeah.
Darren, I'll read the question before I answer it. Darren wants to know, what is the difference between the paranormal 20 years ago and the pressure, and what's the one thing that is stayed constant?
That has stayed constant.
Since I am only 23, I don't know 20 years ago. I could tell you what's changed in the past 5 years on a personal level, but 20 years, yeah, I was only 3
I don't know.
years ago.
I don't know why that's running. I haven't touched anything. We had music playing, like our ending was playing on here, and I'm like, I haven't touched anything.
Good thing you're not live.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I've done that. Kelly, you're the same age as me, Sue.
I know. I in the 9 years that I've been doing this, because I'm only 29, I think the biggest thing that's probably changed, in my opinion, is just that people are getting more accepting of everything. They're not so narrow-minded, and they're not so, oh, this can't possibly be real, or you're talking to the devil. It's
more mainstream.
Yeah, it is more. It's more accepted. It's more mainstream, and
it's cool now, which can hurt us.
Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can. But, and I don't know. I mean, Mom and I have kidded about this before, that if I did what I did now, 100, 150 years ago, I'd have been burned at the stake.
Yeah, you have to do it in secret, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely different.
And it's good. As such as life. Things change. Technology has come a long way. People are more accepting. That's all good and bad. Allison, Kim, what do you think?
Well, I haven't hit 20 years. I'm still 18, so I
don't know. You're the baby of the group. I know.
We're just keeping going backwards here. So Allison's going to be, what, 10?
Yeah, probably. 5, 10, whatever.
Yeah, back then you couldn't talk about anything. Just like when you were growing up, could you talk about your ghost to anybody?
Nope. I didn't say anything. The only person that really knew anything was my mom, because she would hear me talking to somebody that wasn't really in my room, or she'd hear me and she'd say it sounded like I was speaking in tongue or talking in a different language to somebody. I'd go in, but there was nobody else there with me. But my mom also believes in those things, so she kind of understood, but I couldn't say anything to any of my friends or anything like that because they would think I was crazy.
Yeah, it was accepted in my family. I never knew that it wasn't accepted until, later in grade school, because that's how young I grew up with this stuff,
Mm-hmm, so, right.
Yeah, so my family, it was never...
Now, see, growing up, we couldn't talk that kind of stuff because Mom was really into the church and
Mm.
all
Oh,
this.
my grandmother, we used to call her the church lady behind her back because she was.
Huh?
I grew up Roman Catholic, so and she was a strict Catholic, but yet this was an open thing. There was no secret in the house. So, Kelly, you still there?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She's just listening.
I'm here.
Just hitting the bottle.
Not me. Obviously, I mean, you guys all know that my mama was supportive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she...
Yep.
I don't know that she knew everything. She's always been a reader, and she always had a ton of knowledge, but she learned right along with me. So I've always had that benefit that she supported me.
Yeah, I know no different. I see Darren's question, but I want to get to Wolf's first. What message do you hope that people get from listening to this show?
Don't drink and podcast.
Yeah.
I don't even
Or
have
make
that
sure
question on here.
everybody's drinking. My message is always the same. My shows are a little different because I like to show the personality side of investigators, that they're real people. Some of the shows are more serious, but I want to get back to we're real people. We have sense of humor. We have real life problems. We have real life stuff going on, and how we juggle it. And I like to educate people too, but that's my main thing is sometimes these people that we put on pedestals, they're just the same as you and me. And that's my... But yeah, for this show in particular, it's that you these are 4 awesome women right here. That's what I hope everybody learns.
I love my husband about the paranormal. He goes, "Are you got investigation this weekend? When are you going? I'll give you the money."
I need me one of them. I need to find one.
When he wants me out of the house, don't you have an investigation to go to?
Here, where could you go investigate?
Yeah, that's right. Let me set something up for you.
You know, I think the biggest thing that I hope for people to get from the shows is just that there's things out there happening to everybody that we can't explain. And it doesn't make you different, and it doesn't make you odd, and it doesn't make you crazy, you know? If we can get that message out there so one person can go, oh my God, maybe I'm not crazy. That's huge for me, you know? Or just, it's the education. It's the sharing of the experiences, and I don't know, broadening minds, opening minds.
Yeah, that too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a damn good time.
It is. Yep. Each one of them, I have like 4 different types of shows. Like, well, Shea's Paranormal Chat is one show, but we actually have like 4 different types of shows that we do. You know, sometimes it's just us talking, and this happens to be 4 hosts just talking about stuff. Sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's fun, so each one's different. I saw this question. Darren asked this last night or a couple nights ago too, and it's a good question. What are the differences between regular, Catholic, and which cemeteries that you have investigated? I don't know if there is a difference myself, unless it's cursed or something. But I think a cemetery is a cemetery. Myself, I could be wrong. I never thought about it before I saw the question a couple nights ago. So,
we've never really did a cemetery, but Edinburgh.
Yeah, we really haven't. So,
I've never really experienced any difference between the cemeteries.
Yeah.
Cemeteries are neat because of the history of it, and because that's where the bodies are. But in reality, they're no more haunted than any other location is. That's just their shell. Why would they stick around their shell when they could go back to the house they loved or the family they loved,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think that's where a lot of the misconception comes in, because these places weren't always cemeteries. So if you do happen to have a haunted cemetery, chances are it's what was ever on the land before it became a cemetery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I feel strongly about that. I know people debate me on that all the time. I'm sure once in a while you have somebody that wants to go check themselves out and hang out or something, but usually just like any other place, if it was a sudden death or tragedy on the land, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Roland.
The only
has a
other-
question. Go ahead, Kim.
The only other cemetery we were ever in was the one at Villisca, and we only went there to pay our respects. We never investigated it.
Yeah.
Yep. We do that too. I said last night in the chat that any like Medfield, Laconia, Rutland Prison Camp, any place that has an adjoined cemetery or a cemetery within reasonable amount of distance, we always go and pay our respects. It doesn't mean we investigate them, but we always pay our respects before or after.
Right.
So, what is the biggest this is from Roland. What is the biggest misconception that the public has about investigations and the paranormal in general? That everything's a demon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Yes, and that it's going to be constant activity.
Yeah.
No, you go and you sit your ass in that burning hot or freezing cold building for 6, 8, 10, 12 hours, and you're going to get 30 seconds of something phenomenal, and the rest of it, you're just sitting there sweating your hiney off.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah, very.
I'll agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so far behind in chat.
Well, that's okay. I don't even see half the questions you guys are asking.
That's because I paused the chat and I'm way behind.
You're not that far behind.
It fails it. Wait a minute, did we answer that question?
What are our views on shadow people? I think that's the only one we've missed.
Okay.
I have no idea. I've got booted, so I'm trying to get back in.
Shadow people? Shadow people are shadow people. Just like you have different types of ghosts, you have different types of shadow people. I don't think anything can be explained by one thing. I don't think all ghosts are the same. I don't think they're all here for a reason. I don't think they show themselves the same.
Hmm?
I don't know if it's an apparition. I don't know if it's interdimensional, but I don't think there's one title that you can put on things or an explanation on one title and say this is what it is. I think each thing is different. Each shadow person could be different. A black mass isn't always the same as a shadow person, and so I know I never give straight answers, but that's because I don't know. This is just my theory, and
Right.
I don't know what they are, but I don't think you can say they're not all evil. They're not all
Right.
they're not all intelligent. They're not all, who knows. I'm shaking my head yes, like this person can see me over Messenger.
Hey, that's okay. You know what? When we're doing our show, I have my hands going, I'm pointing and directing, and I've got all these facial expressions, like everybody can see what I'm trying to say. So it's all good.
Matt put an alien.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Wolf says, this is for all of us. What was your favorite moment and most challenging moment in an investigation? When I had to sit in a room full of dolls with a blindfold on.
That was your favorite, right?
Yeah, it was my favorite. It was my absolute favorite. I was afraid, and I'm glad she didn't put the one that went flying off that night in that room, because I probably would have shit myself.
Well, I figured that's one way of getting past your fear.
I know. Well, when I was in there, though, I did hear a little kid in there. And I did have movement and stuff. And I kept going, I'm like, oh shit, is that doll getting closer? Are the dolls going to be like in my lap when I take off this blindfold? But they weren't. So none of them moved, but still, I don't know. I was probably in there for 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I was in there for a while.
I left you in there for 20 minutes, and you conquered that fear.
Yeah, until later that night.
Well, that night, yeah.
I screamed like a banshee. I don't. That's okay.
I'm trying to think of my most favorite.
Hmm? Yeah.
My challenge would most definitely be if they want to close me into like a really small area, you know, like a morgue thingy, you know, or I can't even think what they're called. You know, like at Waverly Sanitarium where they kept the bodies. There's no way I could do that. I can't. Yeah. But that's a me thing that really has nothing to do with the paranormal side of it. That's a me being confined in a really small space thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen your ass. Oh my god. They're talking about it, how it went silent. They're talking about. Oh, they said they can't hear you, Shea.
So Callie, you wouldn't have gotten the isolation booth at Squirrel Cage with both doors shut then?
Oh, I'd lose my damn mind.
That's what they did to us.
Yeah, yep, we did.
No, I'd lose my mind. I don't know that I could do that.
Yep,
I mean, I seriously think that I would like hyperventilate, and with my asthma, I would probably die from lack of breathing before they let me out.
Let's see, what we did was take the Nicrophonics with the headphones so you couldn't hear nothing.
Yep.
Shut both doors, and they stood outside the door and asked questions.
Yep.
And see if I came up with any of their answers.
Sweet.
So they had somebody sitting on the other side of where the cell bars were, writing down what I would say. I had my eyes and everything.
Yep.
Right.
So
Shea,
I don't know that I. Well, see, okay. So here's the thing. I could try it if the door wasn't stuck. Does that make sense? So if I could push on the door and it would open, I could maybe do that. But like if they were really going to lock it, no.
I'm all fixed now, I think.
Okay, good. Because Mama Pat's like, all I can hear is Kelly and Allison. And so we must be loudmouths.
Did you
We are
see
loud.
Matt's comment? A silent Shea is an awesome Shea.
Oh,
that's
man.
not nice.
Oh, I didn't
true.
see that one.
All right, you just lost a brownie point, Matt.
A silent Shea is on. It's kind of true. Hey, he lived with me for at least 10 years. He gets to say that because living with me is different than visiting. You know? What?
Mom, I don't think sensory isolation would help Kelly. She would really freak. Yeah, probably.
I would too. Question from Darren. Dolls, punt, spike, or dunk?
I don't know. I just
That's for
throw
Allison.
I just throw the bitch. I just pick it up and toss it. I don't care. Get it away from me.
That would be
Right
all of
next
the
to
above.
you.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Shea didn't get to see the dolls.
Oh, no, you didn't see them, did you? Here, I'll give you a tour. This is just not even a fraction of what she has, okay? We have these guys watching us here.
Hi, guys.
And then
Nice
we
to
have
meet
these
you.
up here. We have this one that's praying. It's probably praying for us here.
Trying to save our souls.
That's right.
Somebody has to.
Oh, my God.
Try, there's 202 dolls in this house, all over the
Oh
place.
my God, that is not right, Kim.
They
Not
were
right at
mine.
all.
They're moms. They were my moms. She
Oh,
loved dolls.
right.
I'm the clown freak.
Yeah.
No, that's not better. You say that like that's better.
I know.
Oh,
And her
that's
mom-
what she's bringing to Ames, her clown doll.
No.
Yeah.
I think I have a whole tote of them from her mother because I liked the porcelain ones that they had back in the day. And then she bought me all these ones, and some of them are kind of creepy. And I had them out for a while, but now I'm like, I can't really do it. So
Well,
they're in
I'll
a tote.
take them
Okay, Kim will take them.
because I'm going to make one room just clowns.
Oh, shit.
No. No. I'm never coming to visit you, Kim. Ever.
And the worst thing it is, it's going to be the spare bedroom.
Nice. Good thing I don't ever have to
was on
stay
the show.
over.
When Tim was on the show on Wednesday, he collects haunted items, and he's like, "Yeah, they're all in my spare bedroom." So I just don't tell him not to look under the bed. It's like, no, that's just wrong.
In the
I've got
basement, he hides them down there, too.
He puts them in the basement too. Yeah.
A lot of my dolls are on swings, so they hang from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what that swing in the background is. Oh, I get it now.
That one's one of Mom's porcelain dolls with it's got fairy wings on it.
I was
Oh,
kidding.
yeah.
Is there really a swing in the background?
Yeah,
Yeah, there is. There is.
here, I'll show you. You hang on.
Oh, that's-
She's going to go grab it.
I was trying to be a
Oh,
smart
she's going to
ass.
swing it. She's going to
Wait.
swing it.
Kim's
There's
gonna
be a
show
doll
us her
swinging here.
swing. What kind of show is this?
She's going to show you on the camera if you can see it. Can you see that far back? Can you reach it, Kim, or are you too
I
short?
can't even see Kim.
I know I lost Kim.
She's
I
like
lost
blending
her.
in.
By the way, just a reminder for the four of us, the people listening cannot see what we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
No. This is just for us.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Wolf
right.
wants to know, while she's trying to swing, do you like to return to locations to do follow-up investigations based on what you find? I like to do follow-up investigations whether you get anything or not get anything.
Oh,
because
put that
you never know.
fucker away!
We're having fun now.
Oh my gosh, I looked up and Kim's dangling that damn doll. I'm like, put that upper away, put it away.
I thought Allison was going to pee.
Oh my god.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Oh my gosh, put it away, put it away, put it away.
She don't like this doll.
There's something wrong with this doll. It has
Like
bad
my
vibes.
sister.
It has bad vibes. Like I can feel it coming off that doll. There's something not right with that doll.
Kim, you'll have to take a picture of that. She can't hear me. She doesn't have headphones on, but she'll have to take a picture of it.
I really have to pee too, you know.
I've never had anybody have an accident on air, so that would be a first.
This could be a first.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that eventually. It shouldn't be one of the four of us though. We're supposed to be trained at this shit.
Yeah,
I know, right?
it's come close a couple times, but
Oh
It's
my
always fun
gosh.
to do a show with Shea and watch her bouncing in her seat as she's talking, and it's like, just go pee, woman. What are you doing?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like
You
breaking
got
out in a
no
sweat
reason.
here.
She is sweating.
I'm sweating. I'm a big ball of sweat.
Here, you need the bottle.
I need this bottle. I won't be able to make it to my daughter's cross country meet in the morning if I drank that.
Oh, you could. You'll just stumble in. It'll be fine.
I'll be puking for days.
You.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So Roland was asking, have we run into any spirit animals, like a dog, a cat, or a goldfish? Because, you know, he likes to keep us on our toes.
I have ran into a cat at Granger House.
Meow.
I've seen the little cat. It ran. And then, of course, we had it upstairs. It was meowing at us like crazy. So, yeah, I have seen one. That's the only one I have seen, but...
And on the SLS, it looked like a cat.
Yeah, it looked like a cat that
It
was all
looked like it
over
was
me or
scratching
something.
her
I don't know
back.
what it was doing.
Sorry.
Matt even saw it.
What?
Matt even saw it on the SLS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Question from Darren. This is a tough one. What are your goals and what do you want to achieve in the paranormal field? My goals are to survive the night.
Yep.
I
would agree with that.
You know, I was asked this not too long ago, and I don't know. I just want to see what I can figure out for myself, and I enjoy doing the investigations, and I want to be able to experience it for myself. So I don't know if I have. I don't know what that would be. I just want to learn as much as I can. That's my only goal, just to learn and suck in information.
Yeah. I get asked this question a lot, and it's a tough question because
it also can change every day or week to week.
And it can, and that's what I was going to say. Is it's kind of been a moving target for the last few years. Right now I think that a lot of my goal is to just help people know that they're not alone out there, that other people are having spiritual activity and other people are having, they're sensing things, they're seeing things, they're hearing things, and how do you deal with it, I don't know. I don't know what I want to achieve in the paranormal field. Mama Pat is asking me all that question all the time. What's your goal? I don't know. Right now, I just want to, I don't know. To say I want to make a difference, that sounds really egotistical, and that's not where I'm trying to go. I don't care if nobody knows my name if I've made a difference, So, but don't get me wrong, it's kind of fun being out there and having people know my name. And yet it's weird.
No,
we're here.
thinking.
I'm just, no.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
My goal is to get Shea to marry me. Woohoo! Took center stage.
I basically, I think, want to learn as much as I can to help people with it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So as long as I'm out there learning, I could help more people along the way.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to learn more so I can help my daughter, too.
Yeah.
Understand it more. She has a lot of the same things that I do. She feels a lot of the same things. And so just trying to get her to understand and not freak out every time would be nice.
Especially when she goes to your folks' house, she's always freaking out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't like to go over there by herself, so. But there's nothing over there that's going to harm her. I've dealt with them pretty much my whole life, so.
Well, I'm by no means the end-all, be-all on things, Allison, but if she ever wants someone to talk to, I'll talk to her, too.
Okay, sure, absolutely. Yeah, she just.
Yeah, we took her on her first investigation with us. She wanted to go.
Uh-huh.
And we took her to Farrar.
Yep.
She was good until it started. We were going to go to the auditorium and boiler room. and she would not go, and she was done investigating.
She had an attack in the auditorium. She saw something in there, and she kept telling people. And then finally, when they were taking pictures, this other gal that was with us had seen something in that same area, and she's like, "There's just too many of them in here." And she's like, "Nope, I'm not going in there." She could go into Mrs. Martin's room. She had no problem in there. And other places, but the auditorium, no, she could not handle the auditorium.
But good for her for knowing what her limitations are and not being afraid to speak up and say, no, that's not something I'm comfortable with. That's a huge step right there. That is huge to say, This is too much for me. I don't want to experience this. I can't handle this. And sometimes you have to say those things, is that I can't handle this, or I don't want to handle this. And you have to walk away.
I took her up to the safe room while they finished the investigation, and I sat with her up there so she wouldn't be by herself. Until they were done, and and she actually, shortly after we got up there, she conked out, so she was fine. So
for anybody that's not in chat, listening to playback or listening to us right now, and is trying to figure out what the hell the long pauses of silence are, that is me talking when my mic wasn't plugged in.
That's right. Yes, because I kept saying they kept saying silence and stuff. I'm like, I didn't think we were being silent.
No.
And then Mom and Pat's like, I can only hear Allison and Kelly, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then they said they can't hear Shea.
Yeah, it just happened again. So this is the second or third time that I need a new I need a new thingy-mabob that plugs the two things in together. So my
that goes into the whatchamacallit.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Matt, that's funny as hell, although I'm not saying it on air, but that is funny. What is your biggest struggle in the paranormal field? It depends on the day. Sometimes it's the three people on the other end of this call. No, just kidding.
Ouch! Man!
No.
That hurts.
No.
I'm going to cry myself to sleep now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure. My biggest struggle is really my name's out there a little tiny bit now, and I was always the person in the background, so I'm struggling with that. I liked being in the background, and Sherry Ann and Shea were never the same person up until this past year, unless you really knew me, but so that's my daily struggle. I don't know what else I struggle with life more than I do the paranormal, so.
Yeah, the paranormal is where it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll
it's
agree.
This real life shit that I don't know what to do with.
And yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, Roland, it's a doohickey and the dingle hopper that connects to that whatchamacallit. Exactly. So.
Roland had a question, a few questions back, so that we missed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It says, what are your feelings on the commercialization of the paranormal? Do you feel now spirits in high-paid locations are being exploited? And this may sound silly, but do you think ghosts have employment rights?
No, they do not have. No, they do not have employment rights.
No.
And exploit it, that depends on the location. If things are being done respectfully and properly, then they're there whether you do it or not. It's one of those touchy things because sometimes investigating something can make things happen more. But I don't know if exploited is the right word. As long as things are done respectfully, though. That's. Mm-hmm. And if you think that location is exploiting its spirits and you still go to it, then shame on you. Not you, Roland. I meant in general.
I think that a location that's like super popular or investigated all the time can somewhat get morphed by those investigations all the time because people go in with expectations of what it's going to be, and that can morph that energy that's in that location.
But do you think those locations are exploiting the ghosts?
I don't know. I mean, yes and no. You guys have to remember that the spirits still have free will too. So if they don't want to interact, they don't have to interact.
Yeah, if they're tired of it.
Yeah.
If they're tired of it, they're not going to interact with you.
Exactly.
We had 2 weeks ago Sunday, we had a spirit say over different devices that it was getting tired and it was leaving, and said goodnight to us and told us we should go. And so we were saying goodbye, and it told us to come back on the 17th.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, we went back on the 17th. I'm catching up in chat. That's why I'm like... What? I think the next one is... All right, guys, we're getting close. We're going to be wrapping it up soon. So, if I don't get to all your questions tonight, I'm sorry. Whoops. I was just going to read that, but it disappeared.
Yeah, Wolf's disappeared. I was trying to read it.
Yeah, me too. If you had a chance to buy a haunted location, a house, anywhere, what would it be and why? No clue. He's asked me that before, and it's always the same thing, and I always say, I'm going to think about it, but I never come up with an answer.
I know mine.
I can't afford to buy shoes, never mind a haunted location, so...
I know mine. Definitely.
What?
Mason House Inn.
Oh, okay.
And it's for sale. It has been my home away from home since I started in the paranormal field. It has been my family, and the thought of that location and those spirits going to somebody else, being under the control of somebody else, that breaks my heart.
Oh,
and it terrifies me because it's my family. It's like selling your family to somebody. But logistically, I just don't know how to make it work. Trust me, I've tried. I've crunched the numbers. I have run plans through my head, and I'm so close, so close. I just need somebody to run it for me. Yeah.
That's tough.
It is.
Now,
because it will break my
now
heart.
taking applications. No, just kidding.
Hey, now taking applications. If you ever had a desire to live in a haunted location and manage bed and breakfast, get in touch with me.
Hey, I might be looking to move soon. I should say I might be looking to run away soon. Just kidding. Anybody that's listening? Important question. Is Shea cool and is Kelly a hot witch? Kelly's hot. I'm not
Jesus,
cool.
Roland. How did I know that was you?
I am not cool at all.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You take that back right now or I'm done talking.
So cool as in like hip, like the teenagers use the word cool, like we used when we were young. I'm definitely not cool. Like dead silence.
Okay, sure. Yes, you are. It's because our mics went quiet.
Yeah,
We're having a malfunction over here.
There we go. All right, we got to play a quick game with Allison and Kim.
Oh, shit.
Kim's heard the game. I think Allison has too. There's no right or wrong answer. Just the first thing that comes to mind. Just 5 quick questions. You ready?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to give you a choice of 2 things. Just say whichever one pops in your head first.
Okay.
Investigator or hunter?
Investigator.
Data or evidence? Quicker, come on.
There's
come on,
not really evidence. I'd say data.
Provoking or no way?
No way.
Residential or commercial?
Commercial.
orb, or dust?
Dust.
Bugs, dust.
And even though I said there's no right or wrong answers, you guys got an A++.
Woo! Yeah.
Woo! I'm such a smart ass, huh? There you go, Darren. You happy? I saw it way back there.
Oh gosh.
We'll put his question back
Kelly's
in.
actually never played the game. I should have made her play too, but I forgot. I don't think she's ever played it.
Wolf put his question back in.
Oh, okay. This is the last one then. What is... Hold on. The chat's moving so quick. What is it that you are actually learning, looking to learn from doing the paranormal investigations? The truth. To the best of my ability, I want to learn the truth of what's going on, why it's going on, how it's going on. I don't think half the questions I have will be answered in my lifetime, but hopefully we're getting there, and hopefully what we do, even if it's tiny part, gets us one step closer to finding the answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree with you.
Yep, absolutely.
Gotta find the truth. I've always wondered why they were here, you know. I've never...
Right.
Because I was always brought up, there's heaven or hell.
Right.
So I'm in this in-between. Why are they here, you know, when I first started? And so...
Yeah, I agree. You could ask me the same questions, and sometimes my answers will be different from day to day. Did Kelly pass out?
No,
Maybe.
No, she's not
I'm
talking
waiting
to
for you
you.
to take it back.
You
Oh, is that why? I take it back. Kelly is not a hot witch.
Oh my gosh.
Horrible person.
Thank you, Nick and Sue. Sorry, I said hi in chat. I didn't say hi on air. You guys popped in while I was taking the dog out. And half of what I did say, nobody could hear anyway. So, all right. So, Allison and Kim.
Yes.
Other than every Thursday, 8 Eastern on Paranormal Buzz Radio, where else can people find you?
They can find us on our Instagram at, this is sad, I have to look it up. Ari Paranormal 24. Hey, yeah, we got our new cards in, so I can just read off of our cards.
There you go.
Twitter at RE Paranormal, which eventually I will get back into that one. Or, you know, we each have our own Twitter account, too.
Yeah, I have my own Twitter, too.
We have Facebook at RE Paranormal Busters. And so that's where you can find us.
And Facebook.
I did say Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
was the last one I said.
Okay. Just checking.
I kind of mumbled.
You guys going to be at any events coming up anytime soon?
Oh, yes. We're going to be at the Ames Expo next weekend. It's our very first one, and I'm like,
I'm excited.
nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous too because I'm not good at talking. I'm a very shy person, believe it or not.
It's different on the radio, like, or podcast, whatever, however you. It's different being behind the microphone.
There's no eyes.
Yeah.
There's no eyes looking at
That's
us.
right. Yeah, other than yours.
Yeah.
So
Before we go on, I have to tell this little quick story, and then we'll finish up. So last night, I was kind of halfway through the show. I kind of started helping the girls out, and I was sending them questions because chat was so busy last night. And so I said, okay, question for me. Where you have any things coming up, any shows you're going to be on, any events you're going to be? And Allison's like, yeah, your show, of course. And I'm like, no, say it on air, hon. Self-promotion, baby. Come on.
I know.
Where are you gonna
I know. I know. I just felt bad because we had Chris on the show last night, so I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, you know, we're going to blah, 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 blah when we had him on the show. So I felt kind of weird about doing it. But I'm like, hey, okay, I'm going to plug it anyways.
Well, but he'll be there too, so it's all good.
You just
Yeah.
be quick when you have a guest, but you do. You gotta.
Yeah.
If you're going to be at an event, you say you're going to be at an event. Watch.
I know, right?
Watch.
So that way,
Go ahead. You
so
finish.
that way people can meet us in real life and see how crazy we are.
We are crazy.
A little bit.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little bit of crazy. Little bit of crazy goes a long way.
We like to have
that's true.
fun.
There's a whole lot of crazy combined here tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Watch. Kelly,
What?
where you gonna be? What you got coming up?
So I don't know. Where am I going to be, Shea? Okay, so tomorrow I will be investigating the Beatty Mansion with Dustin Perry. Next week on the Realm Walker, I'll be doing live readings. And then the following weekend, I will be at the AIM Psychic and Paranormal Expo with these lovely ladies and Mama Pat and Raven Rose and Dan Class and Coyote Chris Sutton and Chris Nielsen of Paranormatic and a ton of psychics, mediums, healers, people selling rocks, gems, singing bowls, salt lamps, all that fun stuff. And we'll be doing a lot of presentations throughout the weekend, too. So Kim and Allison will both have an opportunity to talk. And
Yep.
yeah. Hey, Allison, has anybody told you that yet?
What? She told me that I'm on Saturday. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, shit, here we go.
I'm like, oh, hey, have we told you yet?
Oh,
Kim told me. I'm on Facebook. I just have
informed
Messenger.
her.
She
She's
informed
in
me.
there with Roland.
Good
Watch
job,
out.
Kim.
I know. I was like, oh, man. Put me in with Roland. Here we go.
We got this. We got this.
Yes, you do. You do. So, yeah, I think we could do a whole show on where the hell has Kelly been, but we'll have to save that for an actual show. We're gonna have to maybe get us all
It's
back
not where
together.
Waldo is, it's where Kelly's at.
It is. It is, and I can only say this because I'm jealous. You know, she gets to go, and she also gets to go and pay for all the travel. So, you know, I'm not jealous on that part, but
Yeah, don't be jealous of my bank account.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's been fun.
I've been watching it. Looked fun.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I have seen a live feed or listened to a live podcast other than the ones on this network. I have been so crazy busy, so if anybody out there is listening and you say, Shea, where you been? Because I get that all the time. Nothing personal. I haven't seen a single live video. I think I saw a 10-second video because I clicked on it on accident last week. So, hopefully things get slowed down and I can start doing that stuff again. Next week, next week I have Ashley Storm from Storming, whatever it is. What's it? Storming the Paranormal? I'm so tired. So, can you hear my phone? My phone's blowing up.
That's all right.
She's been on before. So, what?
That's because you're popular.
It's usually death threats. No, I'm kidding.
Whatever.
So I started scheduling. I have some pretty cool guests coming up. So season 2 has been off to a great start. Allison, Kim, thank you for coming on tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime for you.
Be careful what you wish for.
Right?
Hey,
You know,
anytime.
I'll remember that. Kelly, of course, thank you.
Yes,
And do you want to do your shout-outs? Since we
I
have
got
over,
it. I
we
had
have
even
over
pre-thought this, and I scrolled to the bottom.
We have over 300
All right.
comments, so good luck.
Big thank you to Matt and Allison and Shea, Darren, Kim, Cynthia, Mama Pat. Did I say Allison already? I did.
Yep.
She deserves 2. Darren, Roland. There was a whole lot of chat.
There is.
Yeah, there was.
There's over 300 comments, so.
That's horrible.
Nick and Sue were in there.
Rebecca was in there.
Wolf, the love of my life.
Did we get Stephanie?
Miss Stephanie. She's the coolest people, guys. Someday you guys should meet Stephanie. Well, actually, Kim and Allison, you'll meet her this weekend, but someday you should meet her, Shea. You'll love her. She's awesome. Cool. Miss Rebecca Williamson, who's the owner of the Cambry House.
And she'll be on next Thursday?
Yep, she'll be on our show next Thursday.
Oh, cool. Good.
8 p.m. Eastern?
Nick and Sue. And I don't know. I'm probably missing people because I'm scrolling really, really fast at this point.
Peggy Gypsy.
Yes, Peggy jumped in. Yep.
That was your mama. She just said it.
Yeah, she was on Paranormal Buzz, so I got confused too.
My mama is the original keeper of me, so can you imagine the gray hair she has? If I missed anybody, it's not because I meant to. Just a lot of chat, and we love you guys. Thank you for that.
Yes, there was a lot of chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Good to have you back on, Kelly, even though got to wait a couple more weeks to have you back again, but
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I love you guys. I miss my Friday night shows. It's yeah.
Sorry. So our hour show went a little long.
It happens.
We haven't hit 2 hours yet. We're doing great.
Yeah. All right, guys. Actually, speaking of Peggy Gypsy is actually back on air tomorrow night. She has 9 p.m. Eastern. Psychic Tia Bell will be on tomorrow with her. So check that out. And until then, I will see you next Friday. Everybody have a great night. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Night.